I should be 10 times more productive and increase my work ethic. I should promote my videos much more and be seen and get attention. I should increase my traffic sources or traffic streams. I should make more money online and work and live on my own schedule. I should quit my low-paying, time-consuming and energy-draining job or job in automotive. I should be more consistent and persistent. I should have it finally all together now and have a very strong and grounded online personal brand. I should have more friends and social relationships. Reconnecting with the inner child. Basically, we are always connected with this inner child that still exists inside of us because it's part of who we are. It is just like when we have become adults, we are trying to cover it up with the so-called adulthood of responsibilities and trying to do things that make the most sense. However, there are like two parts of the inner child that can either work for you or against you. When it's working against you, you feel always a need or want or a desire, like you feel like something is lacking or something is missing from your life. And that's perhaps the aspects from your childhood where some of your needs, some of your emotional needs were never met. Perhaps emotional neglect or emotional abuse or something like that. Like you couldn't really be yourself, your true self. You had to protect yourself from pain perhaps and trying to do things more based on survival. And maybe now that aspect still exists in your daily life and basically your life is running on autopilot from a state of survival consciousness. Then we have that part that is the most authentic self, which is also part of the inner self, the inner child perhaps. This is the part that loves to surrender to the awe and wonder of life, the magic and the mystical aspects of life, that wants to feel a child again, that wants to experience more joy and love and compassion and empathy, that is great at making new connections with others, that is always feeling connected with the beauty of life itself, that really wants to give with no conditions or expectations, because that's really our natural state. Everything we do is coming from a place of intrinsic motivation. We're not looking for something outside of ourselves anymore. We're not trying to chase something down in order to feel that void, to fill that lack, which of course can never be filled. What we are doing is, we are creating for the sake of the joy of it, really. And that gives us joy and satisfaction and fulfillment of just being in the moment. And that's kind of like what we are longing for, especially when you experience so much lack in your life because you felt like something was missing, or you had to step over your own childhood when you were, maybe in a family where you were highly neglected and there was like a lot of survival, poverty, scarcity consciousness going on. And now you kind of still feel that, and now you desire to just be with yourself, and to find something that you can enjoy and love doing just for the sake of it. It is like playing in a beautiful symphony, a beautiful piece of music. It's not getting to the end of the song, because what's the purpose of that? It is to enjoy every single note of the song itself. It's even enjoying the silence between the notes itself. That's where true beauty can be fully experienced. That's really what the inner child really wants. It wants to wander, it wants to explore, it wants to venture into the unknown, because that's where really our soul will thrive. That's really where we come alive, and that part of us has to be nurtured. And even when you're adult, you're dealing with your responsibilities of daily life, it's still important to find a way to realign yourself with that, to reconnect with that, is to remember that part of you that wants to thrive as well. Not just everything for your safety, your security and your survival, but also find a way to thrive, to let your soul thrive. So how do you do that? How do you get there? How do you get from A to B and from X to Z? It's a funny one, because the mind always likes to think in linear solutions and processes, but there's no any kind of linear or logical explanation to this. It is learning to be, to be human being, because again, we are not human doings. It is doing that what feels the most natural to do. Okay, so this might sound confusing, I know, but doing something that gets you in that state of being joyful, compassionate, satisfied and fulfilled, of just doing that thing. That's how you can raise your state of being. So it's really about learning to follow the breadcrumbs of your inner joy. That's really your inner child you really want to connect with. It's following the breadcrumbs of your satisfaction, your fulfillment, of course, that makes you feel totally present and at peace with yourself, where time basically collapses. Space-time is basically collapsing. It's like you are realigning yourself with the multidimensional aspects of yourself. So to get there, really, it's learning to follow the breadcrumbs of your joy. And of course the mind will get in the way, which will be your challenge, which will be your inner battle that you have to conquer. So the question for you is, or the assignment I would like to give you is, what are these breadcrumbs of joy for you? So this is something you could reflect on, and then of course I'm very curious what comes up for you. So feel free to leave your story, leave your comments, your questions, your thoughts in the comments below, and perhaps we can learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this as much as I was creating this, and hopefully I will see you very soon in one of my next videos. Take care for now.